So this video is going to be about how you get over a breakup. And so if you're in a relationship or you broke up with somebody or somebody broke up with you or whatever, and you're having a hard time moving on, or maybe you like, oh, maybe we may get back together, or whatever you're thinking, I don't know. You're thinking, you need to just move on, okay? So number one is once you get over that person, change your phone number. And if you have that person on your social media, more than likely delete them off your social media or just block them. So you don't have no type of access to them seeing your information. So they don't have access to see your information. And then you don't have to be worried about seeing their information. Because more than likely, getting over a breakup, the process of that, you probably are still, thinking about the time y'all had together. And if they post something that you probably don't end up liking, what's going to happen is, you're going to get triggered. You're going to get mad and stuff like that. And it's going to just piss you off and cause all types of problems or whatever happens. So by you blocking that person or just people that's just not supposed to be, connected to you somewhere form, that's going to be better for you to be able to just move forward without having to be like keeping like old baggage. After that, if you have anything probably still in your phone that you probably don't necessarily need, whether it's like anything that's probably still connects you with that person, it's probably better to just like delete it out your phone or something like that. Because if not, if you probably like, especially like for example, say if it was like certain types of like text messages or whatever, and it was like something that was like negative or like putting you down, more than likely you should just like delete it. Because if you keep it in your phone and you like go back and read it, it can like bring you down like all over again. So it's probably better to just delete that out your phone so you don't have to be worried about it. The third thing is do something for yourself. Like, whether it's doing something different to your hair, like doing something that you always wanted to do. Like, go get your nails done, your feet done. If you a girl, I'm speaking to you, obviously, right? This is a female aspect of it. But, yeah, so get your nails done and your feet done. You don't have to, but, like, just do something nice for yourself or do something different to your hair. Maybe buy a new outfit or buy a new shoe. Like, just do whatever that makes you happy, and like find a hobby. If you don't have a hobby right now, like find a hobby that you like that can get you focused. Because I feel like that's what I do. Like, for me, like if I move on from somebody, like everything I'm saying, applied it to myself, and it helps me out. Like, you just like one day you just get up and you just want to do something for yourself finally, because you're not like worried about your ex, right? You're not worried about what's gonna happen. You guys can get back together, this not the third. So like you can focus on yourself. And when you focus on yourself, it's gonna make you happy because you're like, oh, I got my nails done today. You feel better, right? You did something to your hair. Maybe you read a new book. Maybe you have a hobby like with drawing or painting or something like that. Whatever you're doing, it's like it's keeping you like focused on something else. Because like what's gonna happen is that if you don't focus on something else, all you're gonna be thinking about is what? Your ex, right? Because you just recently just got, you just probably broke up with that person, or they broke up with you. So your mind is focused on that person. But one day, when you just stop to focus that energy onto them and do something for yourself, over time, as you keep doing it, it's like one day, randomly, you would just wake up and you would realize, like, dang, like, I really don't care about that person no more. Like, I can really move on and not care about them at all. Like, nothing's there, like, no feelings in there. You're not hurt. You're not heartbroken. You just moved on. And when that happens, you won't feel so happy because now you put all that energy that you was putting on, to somebody else. Now you putting it into yourself now. So now it makes you feel more better. You're more healthier. Maybe you went to the gym, you're working out more, or you just, whatever you're doing for yourself, it's just, you're not worried about your ex no more. Like, you're not worried about arguing. It's easier for you now to just go your separate way and like do whatever it is. I feel like that you want to pretty much do for yourself because you ain't holding on to like that baggage no more. So after you do all that, you may, if you want to put yourself out there, like honestly you could, if you want to like meet new people or be open to a different relationship over time, like once you like do like the healing work. But if you do, eventually over time you may be happy because sometimes God can bless you with somebody that's way better for you, but he probably is not going to do that if you like keep on holding on to somebody from your past. And so once you start to like elevate and become better, then God can send the right people that's meant to be in your life. And then you may just be truly happy. You will start to look back and say, wow, I'm actually happy I finally moved on. Because if you didn't move on, or if you wasn't trying to move on, then God probably more than likely, he won't bring somebody in your life, or he won't open certain types of opportunities for you because he can't if you still holding on to like the baggage. So once you do all of that, you will eventually just be thankful to the Most High, to from him, like for helping you out and giving you what it is that you actually deserve, not something that, like, settling for less, because more than likely, you didn't know your worth. You were settling for less. Maybe you felt like that's all you could do, and that's all you can probably yeah, get at that time. I know how that is, right? Like, that's all you know, that's all you see. So you just accepting that because it's like, well, there's something else out here. So that person probably is like putting negative things in your mind, saying, oh, you ain't gonna find somebody, or nobody gonna want you, or something like that, or nobody likes you, or oh no, like probably just saying like negative things to make you feel like you're not good enough. And so then you start to believe it after a while. And then it probably makes you feel like that's why you're like going back to the other person, because you may feel like you can't get nobody else. Again, like I said, like put yourself in a situation, all right? You have to like know what resonates with you, or don't, okay? Like don't take everything I'm saying to the head. Shit. But I'm just saying like what I know, like from the wisdom that Jehovah God has given me. Anything that I've known, I applied to my own entire life, right? So I'm not just saying it to just be saying it. Like I'm being led by Jehovah God. And I'm saying if you haven't tried this, if you try it, I know it may be hard because sometimes you don't want to hear it, but you got to accept it, okay? Because it's gonna work out for the greater good later. I've seen things in my life where when I was holding on to something in my life and I just didn't let it go. And then it's like once I let it go, I realized the blessing of letting go. And it just helped me out a long run. Like I have peace in my heart now. I'm not walking around like bitter. I'm not walking around heartbroken. I'm not worried about what my ex is doing and X, Y, and Z. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I don't care. And so once you get to that point when you don't care, you're free. You have peace in your heart. You can have peace in your heart because you're not allowing this person to have so much power over your life. And once you get to that point, then you can actually be happy. Like, remember that anybody that comes in your life, whether it's a friend, somebody that may be like family, or even a relationship, a spouse, that's just additional to your life. You still have your own unique life. Don't try to be like so codependent on the next person, because then it becomes unhealthy. And then when that person has to go, or when that person has to do things, or if something was to happen, I don't want to speak about like death, but like say something crazily happened, since you're codependent, what's going to happen is what you're going to be like really depressed. You may be really stressed out. So when you have your life of your own, additional with the person that God is bringing in your life, vice versa, it's a healthy connection, right? It's not like unbalanced. Um, so again, nothing's wrong with affection and loving your person and stuff like that. I don't want anybody to think that's what I'm trying to say. But like I said, it's more of like not so codependent on that person. To it's kind of like it's like you making that person like your oxygen. So again, like just have a healthy balance, and I feel like you should be okay. But everything I'm saying right now, if you just apply it, and like I said before too, remember like the person you breaking up with or broke up with you, or however it went, um if you watching my video and if you're going through something like that, and if you need some advice or something like that, like usually when you're going through a breakup or talk to that person, they will like say things to like make you mad, like I said, like text messages or something like that to make you very upset, just so they could be able to say, oh yeah, you're crazy, and yeah, that's why I broke with you anyways, because like something's wrong with you, like you got like a mental illness or something, things on purpose, because like they want to see you get like riled up, or like they'll do something on purpose because they want to see like how you gonna react. So once you like, if you block that person, or if you don't really respond in a certain way that you probably was responding before, you start to feel free, because now it's like, you're not giving that person energy. But like when they can get you like riled up and like get you to spaz out like all the time, it's like getting you like out of your character. And then it's like they're trying to hold something against you so they can make you feel like, oh yeah, see, and it's why we're not together, right? Because you're crazy or something like that. So if you just watch what you say, in the sense where like, of course you can defend yourself, but I'm saying like, a lot of times, like, just let people talk and just block them, because essentially it's like when it comes down to it, if something wants to come out of it, it's gonna make the other person look bad, and make them look crazy, because it's like you wasn't really saying nothing, right? It's like you was ignoring them, or you was like, when people look at it, they don't realize, okay, this person was the problem, or we see what's going on now. And so it would just make you feel better. Even if you want to spaz out, like do it in your own alone time. You see what I'm saying? Don't take it out by responding in a negative way, because a lot of times in a negative way, because a lot of times when you do that later on, you're gonna regret it. Like, man, I wish I would have just had wait 24 hours if you want to respond, or if you're not, just block the person or just don't respond at all. But I just feel like with that being said, hopefully this helped you out. There's so many more I can say, obviously, but I think this is just a few things I wanted to put up in there. Um, and it can help you out honestly a lot, because you don't want to just be heartbroken and walking around. And I'm not heartbroken. I'm not stressed out about nothing from my past. So I feel like um, I've have grown and stuff like that. So it's easier for me to like be able to make videos like this, because everybody going through things in their life, different journeys, and so somebody may need something I'm saying within their particular journey right now. You see what I'm saying? It's like that person need the help, they get encouragement and they grow, and then when they get to a certain level, they help somebody else that needs it. So again, like I said, I take my own advice because that's the wisdom, the knowledge, and the insight that God has given me. But sometimes Jehovah God will use me, like from the Holy Spirit, to say something or do something. So that person, whoever you are, you have to understand that that's God. You have to discern. If you're praying about something or whatever have you, you would know if it's from God, right? If you don't need this, obviously, if you're not going through a breakup, or if you don't need this advice, you can just listen if you want reminders, or just because you want to listen in. Or if not, you don't have to say anything at all. You don't have to think that I'm talking about you. Take what resonates, and if it doesn't, you don't have to take it, okay? Um, it's not that big of a deal. Some people be getting so upset, and it's like, they don't want to grow, they don't want to learn. So they want to say, oh, take your own advice. It's like, well, everybody's gonna need some advice every now and then, right? I may not need that advice. Maybe you do need that advice. Maybe somebody else needs it. So always remember that we're here to learn and grow. We don't have all the answers. No one does. And so always be open-minded to learn from somebody else. Again, remember, you don't have to listen to everything a person say. Like, because somebody said, jump off a cliff, go do it. But you have to use your discernment and your wisdom to know, what's true. And if you don't know, you pray about it, you do research on it, and then you come up to the conclusion, with your own with their own circumstances. That's it. But anyways, I hope this helps somebody out there, because I know how life can be. And it's hard when you break up with somebody. Like, I broke up with this person, or this person broke up with me. And you feel so sad and down and out. And it just takes a toll on you, because now you're depressed now, right? You're going through so much. But sometimes we don't want to hear it, because we feel like, oh, I will never get to this place in my life. But once you do, because one day randomly, like I said, you will wake up and you won't have no feelings for that person, and you'll be like, man, I really don't care anymore. And once you get to that point, you're free. That person has no more control over you. You are truly free. And if you're not there yet, I hope you get there. But anyways, I hope this helped you out, whoever you are. If you're watching my video, and if it does, like it, comment, share it, subscribe. You're welcome here. And I see you guys in my next one.